Good morning.
Morning, how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, well, thanks.
Good. I'm just going to set up the Instagram live, but we're live on YouTube now and we're recording. Set this up. Good morning, everyone. And we've got Rachel on Zoom. And we're going to be starting with our breath work this morning. So perhaps you want to do this seated, or I prefer doing it lying down. So it's kind of a personal thing, really. It's up to you. If you lie down, maybe put a blanket on. If you're seated, maybe put a blanket over the leg. I'm going to be seated on the floor, sitting on the block. Just allow your eyes to softly close. Shoulders to roll back and down. Just take a couple of breaths to settle in. Just check in with how you feel this morning. You might still feel quite sleepy, tired. Your mind might feel preoccupied, running through a to-do list. And without judgment, just noticing that. Knowing that you don't need to change or do anything. Just rather becoming aware in this present moment. And this morning we're going to be working on our alternate nostril breathing. But rather than using our fingers and our thumb to close the nostrils, instead we're going to use our mind's eye and imagine that we're doing that. So in the first round, I want you to imagine that you're only inhaling through the left nostril, the left side, and exhaling through the left side. So in and out through the nose, only through the left nostril, breathing in, holding momentarily at the top, and then a slow exhale. Again, inhaling through left nostril, and exhaling through left. Repeating this a few more times. And although we're concentrating, we're trying to keep the facial muscles soft. We're not squeezing the eyelids closed. Still breathing in and out of the left side. Take one more round. And then we're going to switch to the right. So in through the right nostril, out through the right. In through the right. And out through the right. Again, repeating this for a few rounds. Keeping the full attention on the breath. And this side might be more challenging than the other side, or vice versa. But we're not punishing ourselves. We're removing those frustrations without judgment, just noticing, focusing on the task in hand to our best possible ability. Taking 2 more rounds of breath here, in and out through the right side. And then we're going to begin our alternate nostril breathing. So we're going to inhale through right, hold at the top. Exhale through left, hold at the bottom. Inhale through left, hold. Exhale through right, and release. Allow the breath to settle for a moment. And then we're going to go for another round. Inhale through left. Exhale through right. Inhale through right. Exhale through left. And release. And if you don't like the imagination part of this, you're always welcome to close the other nostril using thumb or finger, but I do prefer using the mind in this one. So again, this is your practice. You choose what feels best for your body. So when you're ready, we're going to go through another round, and we're going to do 3 rounds in total this time. So inhale through right. Exhale through left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. Inhale left. Exhale right. And gently release. Eyes stay closed. Noticing how the body feels. And we're going to go for one last time now. We're going to do 5 times in total, starting on the left side. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. 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 Last round. Inhale left. Exhale right. Inhale right. Exhale left. And release. Keeping the eyes softly closed. We're going to work through our affirmations. If you haven't been here before, we're doing our affirmations by John Diamond, Life Energy, activating the meridians, placing the tongue gently on the roof of the mouth. I read through an affirmation and then you repeat it either aloud or in your mind's eye, completely up to you, and each affirmation is linked to a certain meridian point. repeating with integrity. So when you're ready, I have love, faith, trust, gratitude, and courage. I am humble. I am tolerant. I am modest. I am happy. I have good fortune. I am cheerful. I reach out with love. I have faith and confidence in my future. I am secure. I am clean and good. I am worthy of being loved. I renounce the past. I am generous. I am relaxed. I have forgiveness in my heart. I am content. I am tranquil. I am buoyed up with hope. I am light and buoyant. I am jumping with joy. I am in harmony. I am at peace. I have love, faith, trust, gratitude, and courage. My life energy is high. I am in the state of love. Take an inhale and an exhale. Slowly blinking eyelids open, and we're going to come to our second part of our morning routine, into our brain drill. So if you're lying down, come to seated first. If you're seated, we're going to end up in standing. So just moving some props out of the way. And we're going to be working on our cerebellum today. That's the part just below the brainstem. It's to do with our accuracy, balance, and coordination. And it's a good way to test it first with our Rombergs. So you can either test it by bringing big toes and heels together, kind of like a Tadasana position. And just notice with the eyes softly closed, stacking shoulders over hips, hips over heels, how that feels for you. If you think that's too easy, then you're welcome to bring one foot in front of the other, heel and toe touching, as if you're walking on a tightrope. Inner thighs draw towards each other. And again, maybe the eyes are closing, or maybe they're staying open for a less challenging variation. For me, eyes closed, I can feel that is working for me very well. I'm noticing a swaying motion. And we just want to see how we go with that. So that is going to be our base point. Let's see if we can improve. If you think that's way too easy, then you're welcome to come onto tippy toes. From there, again, eyes closed. Now that is way too much for my cerebellum this morning. Okay, once you've tested that, we'll just have a little shake out. And then we're going to try finger to nose. So I'm going to do this kneeling so you can see me well. We're going to have the arms open, and we're going to bring the tip of the thumb without moving the head to the nose, and then extend it back out, bringing the other thumb to the tip of the nose, alternating through to the fingers. And we're really trying to touch the tip. So you might even close your eyes here and notice if it's the tip of the finger touching the nose, or if you use the finger crease or the knuckle. And once you get to the pinky finger, we work our way all the way back through. Do this a few times, maybe 3 times in total. Notice how smooth your movements are, how accurate your movements are, making sure to extend both arms fully each time before doing the other arm. And you might think, oh yeah, I'm touching it fine, but if you went next to a mirror or you got your friend to check up on you, how close is that finger actually touching the tip of the nose? And what part of the finger are you actually using? And then once you've done that, retesting your rumbags. So coming into that original position after your 3 rounds, there's no rush. And noticing if there's any improvement in your rumbags. If there isn't, then perhaps we need to take the dosage more or less, and it's going to be completely different on every single individual. So you might need 10 rounds, you might need 1 round. It's going to be really different for everyone, but kind of as a baseline, we like to start with 3, and then we can always adapt it to see if you need more. Also, if you feel like you begin to get confident with the finger to nose, then you might begin to speed it up. And I quite like to do these in different yoga positions, like high lunges, low lunges, stuff like that. So when you're done, Rachel, let me know if there was any improvements in your rumbags. If you're on Instagram or YouTube Live, you can also let me know by commenting. Still a little bit of swaying. Was there a bit of improvement though? Kind of, not really. Okay. Right, next one we're going to try. So remember, this rumbag is our baseline, and we're going to try something else now. We're going to try heel to shin. But I like to do it on the calf side. So it's up to you. You could also bring the heel of your right foot. Oh, I have not got balance this morning. To the shin, front of the kneecap, just underneath. Slide it all the way down, all the way to the inner edge of the big toe, and then kick the foot away. Or I like to do it on the inside, behind the kneecap, down the back of the calf, along the inside of the big toe, and then kick it away. It's up to you. You choose which variation you like for your body this morning. Do this about 5 times, both sides. The kick at the end is kind of optional as well. I like it. It gets the perturbation going. Again, this activates the cerebellum. It knocks us off balance, causes us to use our midline stability. Basically, our core begins to activate, holds us, keeps us standing nice and tall, and gets that part of the brain working that maybe we don't always usually use unless we're somewhere windy or we're balancing on something that is wobbly. So once you've done 5 rounds, we're just going to switch to the other leg. Maybe shake out before going to the other side. But making sure to run that heel all the way, even to the big toe, before kicking it away. And it's just funny how my balance is so much worse in the morning when I've just woken up compared to how it is in the evening when I'm teaching. And you're welcome to do anything you like with the hands. If you're a traditional yogi, maybe you want to bring prayer hands. I know this is not traditional yoga. You might bring the arms out wide. Sometimes that helps people with balance. And then once you've done that, testing your rumbags again, bringing the same foot in front of the other if you're doing the tightrope version. Noticing if there's any difference. There was a huge difference in me in that one. Is there any difference for you, Rachel, in that one? Yeah, brilliant. Okay, last one. I was kind of unsure whether to do this, so I'm going to give you 2 options, depending on whether your household members are awake. I'm in a flat, so I don't want to be too noisy. This is called wraps, and you're welcome to do this clapping or foot tapping. Okay, so depending on how loud you want to be, but you want to create a rhythm. So we want it to be on a beat, so not just messy clapping. We want to try and get it even. And if you find that really easy, I want you to begin to alternate the side of the hand that's clapping. So one side down, the other side up. Again, to a rhythm, so it's not floppy, you're not slapping the hand down, you're really lifting it up clearly each time, trying to hit the same point. Now, if clapping is not for you this morning, I want you to do the foot tapping. Again, I'm in a flat, someone's downstairs asleep, so I'm not going to be tapping too hard. You probably can't even hear me. But again, we're trying to go at a rhythm. This tires me out super fast. Okay, something that I clearly need to work on. Again, at a nice steady rhythm. Can be quite fast, even though we're trying to build up a beat. If that gets too hard, then just switch to the other side. And if you're clapping, make sure to do the other hand, not clapping and tapping at the same time, but choose one, making sure to switch it evenly. If you're alternating and pronating with the hand, just notice if you get tired out quite quick, and then retesting your Rombergs. I find this one quite fun. It's a bit different, and it's quite fun to put in a yoga class as well. So if you ever want to try this in a yoga class and noticing any improvement on your yoga postures, then remember I teach in the evenings and some lunchtimes now. So for me, again, massive improvement by Romberg. But let me know if you've got any differences in your end. How about you, Rachel? Did you notice any difference there? A little bit more wobbly. So the heel to shin definitely works a lot better for you, although less wobbly than the first time. Cool. Okay. So now that we're going to move on to our last section of our morning practice, we're going to add some yoga movements. So as soon as we're standing, let's work from standing. Let's start at the top of the mat in our Tadasana, big toes and heels touching, pressing all four corners into the mat, and imagining that you're ripping the mat in half so we feel those legs begin to activate. You might even poke the thighs. Are they activating? Are they sloppy? What are they doing? And then stacking those hips over heels, shoulders over hips, crown of the head reaching sky, palms facing out towards the top of the mat. Close the eyes, and you might feel stable now that we've done all that cerebellum work. Breathe into the rib cage. And keep the eyes closed, but on the inhale, circle the arms up, palms meet. Exhale, circle them back down to your side. Twice more. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, come onto tippy toes, circle the arms up. Reach the palms all the way up to the sky. Interlace the fingers, push the palms away. Bring the heels even higher. There, 3, 2, and 1. Heels come down, keep the interlace of the fingers, step the right foot back, high lunge. Bring the hands onto the hips. Bring the fingertips onto the knobbly parts of the hips. We want to square them to the top of the mat. Keep bending into that front knee. Get them nice and level. And then face the tailbone down to the ground. So rather than tilting that pelvis forward, we're trying to find that neutral position there. And then reach the arms back up. You should feel the back leg beginning to activate now that you've done that. So you're welcome to have the arms reaching up with the palms together. I quite like to have my hands apart, up shoulder width distance. Take one more breath here. And then we're going to open out to our warrior two. Back heel comes down, open the arms. Yeah, perfect. Feel strong in that warrior two, looking over front fingertips. Hips opening to the side again, finding that neutral pelvis. Feet drawing towards each other. And then reverse it. Right hand comes down, left hand reaches up to the sky. Chest stays lifted, but not sagging down. Keep bending into front knee. See if you can look up towards fingertips. Beautiful. And then on your next inhale, back to warrior two. Perfect. Straighten the front leg. Reach forwards. Left hand reaches towards the top of the mat. We've got a slight tip of the torso, and then left hand down, right hand up, triangle pose. Look up to right fingertip. And you're imagining here that we're opening that shoulder, we're reaching up to the ceiling. So we're not just leaning down, we're really pressing into the left foot and right foot. Hips are opening. One more breath. And then back to our warrior two. Looking over front fingertips. High lunge, reach the arms up. Square the hips to the front. And then bend into that back knee, super slow. We're lowering all the way. Super, super slow, all the way, bend into that knee until it gently touches the ground. Frame that front foot. And then step back to tabletop. Taking a cat and cow here. Inhale, drop the chest, look up. Exhale, we're spinning around, look towards the belly button. Downward facing dog, tuck the toes, hips up to the sky, taking any movements in that down dog that feel good. And then looking to the top of the mat, walking those feet to the front to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, look ahead. Exhale, fold. And then super slowly, dangling the arms, roll up to standing, vertebrae by vertebrae. Chin and head. Come up last. When you get to the top, take some shoulder rolls. Bring the hands onto the shoulders, make elbow circles. Lovely. And we'll go for one more round here. So let's step the left foot back, arms up, high lunge. Hands on the hips, checking in on that pelvis. Feeling nice and stable. Trying to find your neutral here. Once you feel comfortable, we reach the arms back up. Perfect, Rachel. If you're on YouTube or Instagram, I'm sure you're doing great. You can always join us on Zoom so I can check in on you. Then we come to our warrior two. That back heel comes down. We've got the back foot facing out about 45, 90 degrees, depends on your hip placement. And remember, you don't have to have that heel and back foot alignment. You can always step the foot out slightly. See what feels good in your body. Make sure you're stretching the arms away as if you're trying to touch either end of the room. And then when you're ready, straightening that front leg, reaching to the top of your mat, and then taking our triangle, left arm up, right arm down. Still breathing here, in and out through the nose. Remember, we're not hanging down, we're still lifting up as if we're trying to touch the ceiling, but stay in this triangle pose. Pressing into both feet, inner thighs drawing towards each other. And then back to our warrior two, bend into that front knee. Perfect, look over front fingertips. And high lunge, reach the arms up, hips face forwards, lift off back heel. Keep the arms up, bend into that back knee, and then super slowly, lowering all the way down. Yeah, frame that front foot, hands come down. Step back, tabletop. Inhale, cat and cow, so we're dropping the chest. Exhale, rounding. Tucking toes, downward facing dog. Stepping the feet all the way to the top of the mat, halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Relax the arms. Roll all the way up to standing. In. Comes up last. Take some shoulder rolls. Bring your hands to prayer. Take an inhale through the nose. And a sigh out through the mouth. Bowing to one another. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thank you for joining us on YouTube. And thank you so much for joining us on Instagram.